listen. I can't afford them though.
Listen, man.
We are officially live.
We are live. We are toasting. Enjoying the Ace of Spades with my business partners. Y'all saw yesterday. I said I got to take this trip. Came up to Charlotte. The vlog is dropping. We are enjoying ourselves. Live Q&A that was going heavy on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram or it's E.DeanCole. Follow Trucker Brown on Instagram. What's your Trucker Brown TV?
At Trucker Brown.
At Trucker Brown. Low Sean Parks. At Low Sean Parks.
That's it.
On Instagram. We are enjoying this bottle of Ace of Spades, ladies and gentlemen. Understand what I'm saying? This is the Jay-Z Ace of Spades bottle. You know, y'all sipping, I don't know what you're sipping, but we sipping about.
Y'all sipping that Mad Dog 2020.
Mad Dog 2020.
$4.95.
So we was doing a live Q&A. We just talking, enjoying. So when you come in, if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to hit that share button. And if you're watching this live and you're like, Dean, how come I didn't know you was going live? I wanted to ask you questions. I wanted to ask the famous Low Sean Park some questions. I wanted to ask the infamous TB some questions. How come I didn't? You want to know why? Because you didn't hit the subscribe button. So hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. And you can be a part of the conversation too. Because I share my success and I share my life with you because I am grateful for you guys watching me. I appreciate you.
Aaron, Sunderland,
What's up,
do?
Aaron?
Derek Samprak.
Derek is in the building. Hey, Derek, hit that share button. Here, Aaron, hit that share button, man. Hit that share button, hit that like button. Let everybody know we in the.
John Jr., 9-year rookie, says he shared. I shared Mr. Cole.
Thank you very much, John. Much blessings to you. I speak a blessing over your life.
What's good, Mr. Parks, Mr. Brown? Ain't nothing going on.
That's right. We just enjoying ourselves.
My boy Mario Codwell.
What's going on, Mario? How you feeling, my man? Thank you. So, hey, hit that share button, Mario. Hit the share button right.
Hey, I'm gonna need y'all to hit the like button too, man. Come on,
hit the share button and the like button. Let people know you.
Get this like button up there, man. Yeah, I hear a lot of people say, right?
What they say, TB?
They say, man, there'll never be nothing real coming out no more, man. It's all this bubblegum stuff. You know why it ain't nothing real coming out for real? It's because when the real drop, you don't support it. Now, this is one thing me and Low seen one time. And it may be a little bit of that sauce getting to me, so I may be talking a little slow.
Because he doesn't have
a glass.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Anybody give me no headache. I'm just,
you feeling good? It's good, right?
About to go home anyway.
Yeah. Come on.
We don't shake to be ready. Texas.
I'm gonna go down. That's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? It's going down in the DM, PM, all that.
We on Dean channel now. Let's keep it clean.
Let me draw that back.
We on money making motivation.
Let's talk about money, guys. I'm sorry. Let me bring that back.
Motivation.
Well, me and Lo seen one time. He said we're dropping knowledge about money and careers and doing better. We get 20 people into a live, 30, maybe even 60, right? Mm-hmm. We look up on Facebook. There's some chick up there just being ratchet, just talking into the camera. 396 people.
Yeah.
One time it was this guy of the homosexual persuasion, and he on there, I guess, just reading people. 2,000 people watching at one time.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because people love drama, and that's okay. I don't want the people that love drama. I'd rather be effective than be popular. Yeah. Because if you are effective, that means that you have power. You can then generate power and give more people power. Everybody on my channel, they're powerful because I'm going to educate them. I'm going to give them something that they didn't know before. And it's okay. I would rather have a small group of 50 people versus a large group of 50,000 people. Any day of the week. You want to know why? Because those 50 people that are there, they're there because they want to be empowered. Those 50 people are then to turn around and empower another 50 people. Then they'll turn around and empower another 50 people. But those 500,000 people, no power, won't affect nobody.
They just bumping their head against the wall.
That's what they're doing, bumping gums.
Bumping gums. And that's a good look on it because I tell people, if you want to, throw me that right there.
You want some more, man? Let me help you out.
Yeah, let's go.
Let me go and help you out there. You know what I'm saying?
We
celebrate.
You need to chill out on that sauce, young buck.
Yeah, this is about.
I mean, after about 2 glasses, you kind of
you get the taste start getting pretty good.
I bet you do.
You get, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy the finer things in life.
The taste getting pretty good.
Listen, this is about a $400 bottle. We're gonna enjoy it, celebrate. We just closed a major deal.
We did. We did.
Major key alert. Cloth talk.
We did.
Major key alert.
Well, let me like this. Let me put my money where my mouth
Put
is.
your money where your mouth is. Matter of fact, put your phone, share it. Hit the like button and the share button.
Sure. I ain't got no.
Hold on, let me. I can't even cut the thing off real quick.
So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta let it put it at that angle. See, you gotta put that angle in there, boy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let it breathe, that boy. Put that angle.
Oh, that's letting it breathe.
Let it breathe. You know, you gotta let it breathe. You know.
All right, I got you shared out.
Bubbles in there.
And the sauce is dripping. He said, give him the napkin. The sauce is dripping.
The sauce is dripping.
Yeah, Dean on the road tonight, dog. He feeling himself. Not
Hey,
Dean get that sauce in him, laugh like one of them pimp niggas.
Hey, and you gotta laugh and you gotta dance and be at the same time. Listen, like I said, if all of us get in the elevator and a woman walks in with her man and she starts feeling on me, it is not my fault.
So who fault is it, Dean?
It is not my fault that she turns and asks, what room are y'all going to? And she looks at me and grabs on my shirt and tell me how great delicates of fabric it is. It is not my fault. I'm just saying. It is not my fault.
I was too busy tying my shoe. That's why she ain't see me now. Yeah, you know, if
You
I was,
know, the TV's either a barbecue or a time shoe.
Hey,
There's no way around.
That was a good barbecue, man. That was a good barbecue, man.
But I know, okay, if you, how can we get a, you know how they have Chinatown, right?
Yes. Detroit, I already know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
How can we get an Africa? A little Africa.
Even if it's not, area where melanated can go.
In Atlanta, Georgia, on the east side of town, in the Cab County, there is a little Somali. People who are in the Somalian, they call them Habishas. Some beautiful, oh my gosh.
Women look good, though.
Oh my God. Habisha women, oh.
What, they dark like?
Both. Long, beautiful, curly hair. See, this is the thing. You know how in the Bible it talk about the Queen of Sheba who went and messed with Solomon? She was African. She was Habisha.
Really?
You got to study. Yes, she was African, Habisha, Ethiopian. In Atlanta, the Cab County, it's called Little Somalia. But this is the thing about it. They don't date nobody that's not Somalian. They don't date nobody that's not Habisha. You either got to be Eritrean. They got to either be Eritrean or Ethiopian, and they keep to their culture. You drive down, not Fulton Industrial. What's the name of it? It's Buford Highway. Habisha.
They supple out there.
Supple to their own, and that's what it is. They stick to their own. They stick to their culture. So
Well, itty bitty. Yeah, okay, so this is my thing, right? I'll put it out there. I ain't scared.
And it's my channel, so it's alright.
Yeah.
And you know, I stay woke. I put up a woke video in a heartbeat. Right? I go, listen, I get woke in a heartbeat. You understand what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna go off the chain on your channel, okay? Well, my thing is this.
First, before we do that, we're going to toast to the good life. Everybody that's watching, hit the like button right now. Even if you're watching on the replay, hit the like button and hit the share button, because I have Tube Buddy, and I can see who shares and see who likes. Don't just be a spectator, be a participator. How many people watching right now?
We got 19 people watching.
How many likes we got right now?
20.
That's what I'm talking about. More likes. Hit that share button, hit that like button right now. Let them know you drinking cigars with the CEO, champagne with the CEO.
And we about to get woke.
Get woke. CFO, COO, CMO.
Now, I was taught, and I experienced that the people from the continent don't like African Americans.
That's true.
So that's not a lie.
That's not a lie. Let me tell you something. The only saving grace I have is that my father is African. If my mother was African, I wouldn't be able to be in that African culture. This is the thing that people don't realize about Africans. When people see us, they see our color. But Africans don't care about your color, they care about your tribe. They want to know if you're Yoruba, they want to know if you're Igbo. They want to know if you're if you're Tutsi or you are a Hutu. That's why they had the Civil War.
That's
like Hotel Rwanda.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very real. So you had people living in houses, and a lot of that goes back to some of the colonization of the Jim Crow that they did even in Africa. But even before then, it goes to tribes. Like you have the Zulu and you have the Mende, because they care about tribes. So a lot of the Africans look down on African Americans. They are very classic. So I can put on my accent if I want to put on my accent because I can speak like my uncles because this is how my uncles speak. I can do it though. If I really need to do this because I was raised that way. And if I can speak and put on my accent, this is how they speak to you. They speak to you, they speak down to you. So like for instance, Igbo, like my man who was watching who was looking at the house with me, he is Igbo as well. So he is going to look at me in a different way if I am not, my father was not from Africa. And that's how they speak.
So what keeps me from hating them motherfuckers?
Because of the need of black unity.
You're going to need more than that, dog.
I'm just being honest with you.
This is my problem with it, okay?
What is that?
How can you look down on us?
Like it's our fault.
Like we immigrated over
exactly,
here.
like it's our fault. Exactly.
Now this is my problem with them.
Exactly.
They'll come over and you'll look down on me, call me all these names, all this crap.
Yep.
But you're not understanding that we didn't choose to be here.
Exactly. And what happens is that because of the pride in being African, because of the pride of not just being African, the pride of being Igbo, the pride of being Creole, the pride of being Yoruba, the pride of being Mende, the pride of being Zulu. There's such rich heritage and pride in that, to so much so to where when they're 5, 6, 7 years old, they look down on anybody that's not.
Yeah, but that same thought process is the basis of white supremacy, isn't it?
That is very true.
So you're just so now we're supposed to unite.
That's true.
When
listen, Umar Johnson said it best in that video you sent me. We have to have a civil war, not a violent civil war, but we got to get out the people that think that way. And for the people that want black unity, they got to have black unity. There are some people that are separatists. But we have, in the African American culture and even in the African culture, we have to get past that.
The black unity only comes from the American side. I've never seen an African born or an African speaking person.
You know why? Because they know the 5th and 20th generation. You have to understand that. They know, like they will only date, I know people that will only date Igbo. They will only date Igbo. I know some people that will only date Yoruba.
So where are we going to get?
Some people that will only date and marry Eritrean, only date and marry Habeshan.
So where are we going to get in this Pan-African black unity thing if where the largest population of the black people are, which will be Africa, they're not even thinking that way. We're thinking that way with this minute number we have over here. It seems like it's futile. We should just, I mean, this is just a question. This is not a what we should do. We should just say, we should only unite with the Caribbean people who were also in the slave trade.
Some people believe that, like Dr. Umar Johnson talks about that with the Cubans and the
Brazilian
Cubans that look just like us, Brazilian that look just like us, that's dark skinned, that's melanated, and they just speak Spanish. That possibly could be.
Yeah, but see, they're even worse either because they don't even want to admit they black.
Some of them don't.
A lot of Dominicans and Puerto Ricans don't want to admit they black.
The ones that are lighter than Loshan are like that. The light-skinned ones, they want to pass as white. They don't, or they want to pass as Hispanic. They don't want to admit. But the dark-skinned ones, they can't. They can't. Like Hondurans, the ones in Honduras, they will like to, because of the culture things. You got to think about it. They know without a shadow of a doubt who their 10th grandparent is. We don't know who our 10th grandparent is.
But why should I care if they know their 10th grandparent is?
We're talking about them accepting it.
But this is my problem.
Okay.
Why am I going? I'm not gonna. The acceptance has to be a unified thing. I don't give a fuck who your granddad was. Okay? What is your condition now?
True.
Okay? And who has more reach to resources?
True.
Who's within the
You want to know something? African Americans have more money than straight Africans do.
Okay, so if we're going to unify,
African Americans,
all the businesses are here, right? We're starting the businesses.
Yep.
So instead of us sending,
and that's why they always come here in droves, because they know that African Americans have, pound for pound, you put up an African American next to an African Americans have more money.
Said that African Americans are the richest.
The richest black nation.
That's good. Okay, we're the richest black nation, but they're looking down on us. We romanticize about it.
But see, this is the thing, though. This is the craziest thing. It's the funniest thing, because I have these conversations. They look down because of the idea of blood and some stupid stuff that does not matter. They look down and they think about the third and fourth and fifth generation.
But if they were
there was this chick that was literally homeless, sleeping on a couch. Homeless, sleeping on a couch. She ain't got a pot to piss in or one to throw it out of, but she felt more pride because she was full African. She's the most arrogant foolishness thing you ever thought in. The dumbest thing, but because of something that does not matter.
Why do you think we would rather send our production, like, okay, let's say we get into production or something, right? Let's say we start doing merchandise, hair, clothes, all these type of things. If we had a unified front, we would send that production in cheaper labor back to Africa. As a black man. I don't
agree with that. Like, I want to go to Africa because I have family there, and I'm supposed to have some. My family got land there. Like, the Igbo side of my family has an apartment complex. The Igbo side of my family has this huge mansion that's not in the village, that's on the outskirts. My little cousin, she has a beautiful home. She just got married and moved back. She's an attorney here in the U.S. What is her name? God dang it. Dang, Ace of Spades. She's messing up my mind, messing up my memory.
Why wouldn't they want us to send production back there?
Because who are you sending it back there to? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Infrastructure.
If we were unifying, just the same way when the white culture goes to Mexico, they go there. They advise on construction. They give the rudimentary training for them to make this piece of the Ford truck, right? And then there you go. Now all of the Ford truck frames come from Mexico. We can do the same thing in Africa. But no, what if I get to that position and I know you think you don't like me because of bloodline? Fuck you. I'm going to China.
My cousin, her name is Osi. Her name is Osi. She got married.
Yeah, that sauce getting to you.
Yeah, it's gotten to me. My bad. But I'm listening to you.
So why would I go to a place where people look down on me because of blood? Well, hell, I'm just gonna go send my shit to the Mexicans like the white people.
Well, see, this is the thing. African Americans need to unite. African Americans need to unite. Like, I agree. Like, I'm not a proponent to go back to Africa. What are you going? You can't go back to Africa if you don't have roots there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and this is the thing. Like, a lot of times when people say Africa, they talk about Nigeria. I go to Africa. I'm not going to Nigeria. I'm going to Sierra Leone because I am Creole. So majority of my family is Creole. But then I have people that are married in that are Igbo. So if I were to go, I would go. And this is the thing. The continent of Africa has so many
50
different nations within it. So that's why people look at us as the color of our skin, which is why division and divisiveness has been happening in the African culture ever since before slave trade. And then because of the slavery, it made it even worse. So, but what happens is that since we're on my channel and I control this mug, we need to collectivize ourselves and fight against white supremacy. The key to white supremacy is black supremacy and black excellence, black owned businesses. Ace of Spades bottle. If you're going to do something, you're going to do something black owned, so that we can create the African American culture to where the dollar can go within the African American culture 10, 15 times before it goes out to that Mexican culture or even to that African culture or to that Caucasian culture. That's what I believe. I did a post on YouTube, not YouTube, I did a post on Facebook, and I said, if we focused and we shopped Monday through Thursday, and for an entire year, do not shop on Friday, and show the power of the black dollar, do that for an entire year, then we can get change. Like, I don't believe in these extremists, because the extremists, there's no real rationale. There's not a real plan.
You're gonna go to a financially enslaved continent, and then that's where we're gonna get our power from.
We the African American, we have to empower ourselves. We need to employ ourselves. We need to shop with ourselves. We need to buy from ourselves, and we need to circulate our own dollar as much in the African American culture before we can think about somebody outside of Africa. Because the African has absolutely no issue. African today. You don't like what's going on here? He get to go back home. Got a place for him there. He came here as an option. We came here in slavery.
So you saying if we went back, they ain't taking you in?
Ain't no back. You're going. There's no back. The only way you can go back from something is if you've been there before, if you have roots there. So you can go, and if you go, you're going to be a stranger.
Ostracized.
Possibly, yes. Very much so. Depending. Unless you know, if you're able to come to them and say, hey, I am Igbo, and you're able to prove your Igbo with lineage, they'll accept that. That's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, but how are we gonna accept lineage? Look at Lo.
Exactly.
If you go deep back into Lo's stuff,
Exactly.
He's fucking Irish, Lithuanian,
Exactly.
all this, yeah. So how is so you look at me? Even if you look at me, I'm not 100% African.
Exactly.
There's something in there.
Exactly.
So how am I gonna tell my lineage to go? And when you go back to a certain part, you were stolen.
The Caribbean. Caribbeans accept you more than Africans do.
There's no manifest for you to. They didn't keep track.
That's right.
And not to mention that the only ones that were kept track of was the ones that were bought. What about the ones that were breeded from here?
Very true.
Then what?
Exactly. Exactly. 100%. That's the reason why I don't believe going.
So
back
Pan-African is bullshit.
I agree with that 100%. I don't believe in that. I don't subscribe to that. Like I said, like 97% of the things Dr. Umar Johnson talks about, I support. Then that 3% is the Pan-African, which I don't support. I don't believe that we need to put energy and efforts to going Africa. Now, I believe we need to put our energy and efforts into
being black
and the African American and our culture and building up our culture and having our own validity. And that's the reason how come I have a very strong disdain in my spirit for culture vultures.
Dun, dun, dun.
So
damn, you got so quiet you hear a bitch nigga drop.
Let's talk about them culture vultures.
Culture vultures.
Because we're trying to create something from nothing. And then because we are so talented, we are so successful, we are so charismatic, then they come and try to take the little bit that we do create for ourselves.
Like
Irritates the black
Iggy
off my back.
Azalea.
Irritates the black off my back.
Well, that does make serious sense. I just feel like I didn't know that until I think my uncle told me. He said he was in the military. He went to Africa, and he said Africans do not like us at all. They said you are lazy, you are stupid niggas.
Yep.
You drink, you do this to your women. You don't work.
Yep.
And I'm like,
you're uneducated.
You're uneducated. You all this stuff.
You have no discipline in you.
Then why are you coming here?
Yep. I'm going to come here and I'm going to outwork here and I'm going to tell you how you are supposed to do it. This is how they speak. I'm going to come here and I'm going to show you how you are supposed to do it. You think you're going to outwork me? No. I'm going to outwork you and I'm going to show you how we are supposed to do it as Africans. And then what I am going to do is I'm going to send my money back home to my wife and my 3 children. And my wife here, and she's going to love everything that I do because I am an African. This is how they speak. This is how they think. This is how they're supposed to.
I say fuck them all. That's what I mean. That's how I get down. I don't think we have time to try to turn somebody's mind in our favor. I say if it's not in our favor, fuck them in their ass, and we figure out what we're gonna do here.
I agree 100%.
I don't want to convert nobody who is not already on the team. If you ain't on the team. 100%. Then you know what? My thought process is not Pan-African. My thought process is to
straight African American.
Yeah, it is to better the plight of the Americans that are here.
Let it breathe, young buck.
That's how I feel. The Americans that is here get money. Don't tell me about no Bible. Don't tell me about no religion. Someone needs to drop a Black Powernomics Bible and put Bible on it, and then maybe niggas will read it.
Black Powernomics Bible.
Thank you. Or the Bible of Blackonomics or something. It needs to be something with Bible in it because Negroes ain't gonna read nothing unless other niggas ain't never read nothing but the Bible. And if it ain't, my grandma used to do this. If it ain't Jesus, it's the devil.
Yep, that's how some of them believe.
Oh, grandma, actually it works like that. No, that's the devil. How does it do that? That don't make no sense. How does it? That's the devil. No, it is a radio signal. It's not the devil. You know what I'm saying? Come on. And it's a proven fact that where less education is or our messed up education system, religion runs rampant. So if you go to the most remote places in the world where they're not educated, religion is super devout.
Yep. Because it's based on feeling.
It's based off of feeling, mystics, and what's the word? Superstition.
Yep. Very true.
If I'm getting a signal from this to being to 300 people, that ain't the devil.
It's technology.
There you go. It's technology. We need to embrace science. 2 things. We need to embrace finance and technology.
I agree 100%.
All your black kids that you're having, they need to be in the degrees of business structure, finance, and technology. You don't need 17 million black kids trying to get 5 spots on the New York Knicks.
I agree.
You don't need 17 million kids trying to get the 20 spots of successful rappers.
And I think it has to do with us. I will almost make celebrities like superheroes. We give them such respect. If we gave more respect to scholars, if we gave more respect to scientists, we gave more respect to doctors and mayors and attorneys, more people would want to be them. I used to want to be an attorney because my grandma used to watch Matlock all the time. And I always talk about Matlock. I always watch Long Order. I said, I'm going to be an attorney. I'm going to be like that. Because I saw that she gave respect to that person. So subconsciously, it made me want to. But then I realized I was horrible at school and I really loved business. But my initial inkling was to do that. Even though I played football and, and my brother played for my brother's a football star. He went to the league. But one thing that I really wanted to do was I just love to help people. Like a part of me wants to go to law school just so I can help black men and fathers because we get the short end of the stick so bad.
I think if when it comes down to my kid going to college and he comes to me, he at least is going to have, for me to pay for your college, you're going to have a minor in finance.
Yep, and you got to have a plan on what you're going to do with your degree, not basketball.
I'm not helping you pay for your degree unless you have a minor in finance. I think we should be going for finance. Because think about it, finance is 40% of what America puts out right now.
But one of the things about it is that it's a miscalculated assumption that in school, when finance, they just teach you how to add, subtract, they teach you calculus, they teach you things that does not have to do with the regular
derivative securities.
What they do oftentimes is it'll be good when it comes to accounting. If you want to be a bookkeeper, those type of things right there. You want to have a degree in economics, not in finance. Economics is more of what we're talking about. So a degree in economics is more specific to how you're able to grow.
That's true, but you're talking about what? Most of the billionaires and millionaires of the past 10 years have been
college,
and they've been in finance.
It's
been in doing tricks with money.
Yep. But this is the thing, in finance, they don't teach you they don't teach you about finance. Just like in business, if you get an MBA, you'll be surprised the amount of clients that I have that have a master's in business administration, double masters in business administration, don't know how to put together an LLC. They don't teach you how to do that. That's the title of the degree, but they don't teach you that in the degree.
What are they teaching you?
How to work for somebody else. How
to manage a business.
Yeah, they teach you how to manage somebody else's
Well, there
business.
has to be some Ivy League prep school that teaches you how to build it.
They don't have any entrepreneurial courses.
So where is the knowledge being passed down to build?
Experience.
So it's through families then?
Yep, family, like Donald Trump.
So he's going to pass that down to his kids?
He's going to pass down to Donald Trump Jr. and Jr.
That's a mother freaker right there.
Yeah, it is. They don't teach you how to start a business in college. They teach you how to work for somebody else. Finance don't teach you about finance. They teach you how to add and count somebody else's, like accountants or calculus.
They teach you how to be how to tell someone else how to handle their millions of dollars.
Yeah, but they'll teach you how to get your own.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, they teach you how to do profit and loss statements.
So all the ways to do it is being sent down through lineage.
Yep, lineage and experience. There's not really a school of entrepreneurship.
That's fucking crazy.
Yep.
But there is a DeanCole Financial.
There is a DeanCole Financial Institute.
And that's, look, man.
That teaches you how to build your business step by step and walks you through the process of building your business credit that's separate from your personal credit and will teach you how to boost and repair your personal credit. Last night I did a live Q&A. Somebody said their credit score went up 65 points in 30 days. You want to know why? Because of experience. I'm teaching my experience, 20 years working for the banks, 20 years being a consultant. Do you know how many businesses I've helped to be successful? How many? That's how come in my course I have things from trucking, which is the most gutter, and makeup, which is the most prettiest of pretty. I've consulted both to be very successful six-figure businesses. Cupcake, client who does cupcakes. You want to know why? Because of the interworkings of the business. I teach them how to get their business structured, clothing stores. And then what happens is that once their foundation is there, their passion takes them the rest of the way.
Well, passion's a big part of it. You gotta want to do it. I mean, like you just took a 7-hour. Hold on. Okay, Trucking Diva, SoCal. If you want to.
Hey, Trucking Diva.
Help kids, volunteer programs. I was in the Freedom Fighters organization, helped inner city youth. It's out there. Yeah, that's true. But my thing is, let's get money. I don't want to talk about where the money at.
Listen, if you ain't talking money, you ain't talking.
You ain't talking to me. I don't want to hear about, if we got more people in the church. No, where is the check?
Yeah.
I'm all about them check, them greenbacks. And my thing is, I want to measure the people that are in my circle by how much land they own. Fuck a car. How many acres you own? 5.5.
I'm thinking about it.
I want 1,000 of them bitches.
1,000 of them.
1,000 acres.
Yeah. I told you, you didn't know about the young girl I was potentially gonna date. Potentially. She owns property because she buys them from the tax deed. That's one of the things that I thought that was so attractive about her. She's only 25 years old.
Oh, she buy from that tax foreclosure.
Yeah, tax foreclosure.
Yeah, them states don't want them damn foreclosures.
Listen, you can buy some land for $500 right now.
Yeah, but see, there's different premium picks of land.
But guess what? It's still land.
Yeah. End of the day.
At the end of the day,
I need about 1,000 acres.
At the end of the day,
if I ever ran into being $1 million level, that's the
not if
one. When I make it to the $1 million level,
yes.
I'm getting a fuckload of land.
Get it because they're not making no more of it.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I'm getting land. And that's the best way to do it. And there's so many things you can do with land and that's why you understand, because you got us as black people, we don't own the resource. There's someone over all the oil. There's someone over all this, someone over all that. But I don't see any resource that black people own. Yeah, we're entertaining, but we don't even own it in that. That's Jewish true. People own that shit.
How would you call me? That's so true. That's why I support Jay-Z. I'm not a huge fan of his rapping style. I'm not a huge fan of his rapping style, but I'm a huge fan of what he does for the culture. I love everything, and that's why you see me puffing on Jay-Z cigars. That's why
you got his own cigars.
Yeah, the Cohiba that I do. The Cohiba Commodore. He's partnered with that. He partners with that.
I'm a huge fan of him because he, a lot of people in his raps, they take it as subliminal hits.
Yes.
And I look at it like Jay-Z is subliminally trying to teach you,
put you up on game,
how to put you up on game. Yep. Like he said in his 444 album. I'm trying to teach you $1 million game for $9.99. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are going to look at that.
And that's why I like that, yeah, because Jay is a living epistle. That's what it's supposed to be about. We talk about church. You're supposed to be a living epistle. Listen, I would stand 10 toes down. I know without a shadow of a doubt, if Jehovah was to come right now, if he was to crack the sky and do a rap show, if I was to go up to my penthouse and some bum was supposed to come, I die, I know that I'm going to see Jesus because of my relationship. Do I sip on champagne? I sure do. Do I puff on cigars? I sure do. Have I had premarital sex and will have it again? I sure will. But my soul is right. Right. You were saved because of your soul, not because of your deeds. And the mistake that people make is that they think that you're saved by your works, but the Bible says you're not saved by your works. And you have to be a living epistle. Epistle is you're supposed to look upon me, look at my life, and become inspired to become better. That's why I respect Jay so much so, for those things.
Yeah,
and 50 Cent, and P. Diddy, and Charlamagne the God, and DJ Envy, and all these other people who are trying to make a difference. They have the platform. Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson probably get his dick sucked more than anybody. He probably do. But I love him because he's trying to affect change. Right. And I appreciate him.
Dr. Umar is my dude. I don't agree with everything he says, but the thing is, who do you agree with everything they say?
Nobody.
Like most people say, I liked you until you said.
That's good. That means I'm human then.
Yeah, that means you're not supposed to agree with every word that I say that comes out of my mouth.
Because that's a cult-like. I don't want to become a cult.
And I don't want to be benevolent.
Yes.
Because I can fuck up. If you look up and see Trucker Brown fuck 5 butt naked hoes somewhere. Don't think something's wrong with that, dog. Because I'm not benevolent, dude. I'm saying you should do this, but look, if it goes down, it goes down. What do you say about the Caucasian brethren that say they don't see color?
They lie. They say that because they lie and they don't want to face the reality. They lie. They don't want to face the reality. They're privileged. They're blind to it. Like the subscriber you had that racially profiled me, and I called him out. And he was like, "Oh, you're race baiting." No, I'm not race baiting. I'm calling you on your crap. The problem that happens is that a lot of white people, the white privilege, they get the benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. Black folks, we don't get the benefit of the doubt. So I treat them the way they treat me. So if you're going to give me this antagonistic energy, why are you giving me this antagonistic energy? You want to know why? Because you're racist. Oh, I'm not racist. They don't like to admit that they're racist, but they really are. You understand what I'm saying? And so when somebody says that they don't see color, they're lying. Because you do see color. So what do you see then? Because guess what? If somebody hits you upside the head, the first thing you're going to say is, that black hit me upside the head.
Or Mexican.
Or that Mexican
Chinese.
hit me upside the head. Or that Chinese or that white. They're not going to say, that gentleman hit. That's not what they're going to say. So a lie don't care who tells it. I don't care how pretty you make it sound. How eloquent of speech you have. You a lie and the truth ain't in it. And the minute you say that, you lose all credibility in my eyes because I know that you're not woke enough to be real with yourself. In my opinion.
Well, I mean, do I believe that there are Caucasians in the world? That does not mean
all white people are not bad. All Caucasians are not bad. They're not.
Yeah, I mean, there's a piece of shit people in every single...
In every culture. In the black... We just talked about the African culture.
Yeah.
In all cultures.
The problem that you run into with white people who just don't want to acknowledge race is that you're benefiting
off of it
from a privilege that you don't want to admit that you have, and you don't understand the distaste for the people who don't get to enjoy that constitutional privilege that's supposedly for everybody. No, I get the same thing you get. Bullshit.
You lie and you
I've been pulled over 8 times leaving Lowe's house.
Listen.
8 times. And my Mercedes is older than sin. Asking a stupid question of where you going.
Yep. Just like the Attorney General. They didn't pull her over. They didn't pull. See, this is the thing. They use that as an excuse to say, oh, we just run tags. Why do you run tags? Why do you run tags at a certain part of time? Because there's certain parts of time you don't run tags in.
In Cali, it's not different.
Listen, I have been I have had a gun drawn down on me just because I'm a big black man. And you see how big I am in real life. You see how big I am in real life. You know what I'm saying? So when people see me on camera, they don't realize how big I'm a big Negro. I've had a gun pulled down on me just because I'm a big black man.
It's not different in Cali, SoCal. What most people don't want to admit, Cali has one of the worst justice systems, and one of the most.
That's Rodney King.
That's why they beat Rodney King.
And they have one of the most racist.
That's why they had the riots, SoCal.
They have
SoCal. I got a problem with you, SoCal, because you were joking underneath a very sensitive post of mine, and I took offense to that. I was talking about Black Lives Matters, and you used that as an opportunity to joke, and I took offense to that, SoCal. And you know how I am because you watch my videos, because you're on my channel, you're watching live. I took offense to that, SoCal. And that's the problem that I have, is that Caucasians can choose to joke about it, whereas black people, we can't. It's real. Ask Philando Castile. You understand what I'm saying? This man got awarded $48,000 after he killed this man because he was afraid white man. He did not do absolutely anything wrong at all. And that's the reason why it bothers me, and that's why I took offense to what you did, SoCal. You took an opportunity to, well, out of all the thousands of comments I've ever done, I think that's the only time you have ever participated in anything that I did. You always whining and talking about, oh, Dean don't never come to my channel. Or you always talking about, oh, Dean don't like me. That's not 100% true, SoCal. But what you did do caused me not to like you. I'm being very honest with you because my business partners, they like you. And I like you too for the most part, but I don't like what you did. I do like you, but I don't like what you did.
SoCal says, I say all lives matter.
Of course you say that because you are a privileged white man. Privileged white people can say all lives matter. Because SoCal, you probably 400 pounds, and you probably never had a gun pulled out on you just because of the color of your skin. But me being a black man that's a little over 200, a little under 300 pounds and had a gun pulled out on me. Of course you say all lives matter. That's just like the person who is in a castle, has all this food around me that says anybody can eat, let them eat cake. Of course you say that because you said that from a privileged white person's perspective. Mm-hmm. Even though you say you with the Crips and all that other stuff, that don't mean absolutely nothing in the real world. So the reason why you say all lives matter, SoCal, is because you're a privileged white man and you can say that. And that is your reality, but that is not my reality, SoCal. You probably have never been racially profiled, ever in your life. Well, now, I know that you deal with the Crips, and I know that you probably ride bikes, and I know you're with the bikers and all the other stuff, but guess what? You chose that. That's because that's what you chose. I did not choose to wake up an African American. I did not choose to wake up a 6'9" black man. I did not choose that. So you chose that for your life. So that's the difference. The reason why you say all lives matter is because that's your reality. Because they're not a bounty on big white men's head like there is a bounty on big black men's head.
All lives matter is a way. What people don't understand is when they say I believe all lives matter. First of all, that's a no-brainer. The reason why people are saying
this
black
is why I
lives.
don't like, hold on for a second. This is why I don't like all lives matter. We're not. You're changing the subject. You're trying to discredit the fact. Black lives matter. The subject that we're talking about is black lives. We're not talking about lives. So when you say all lives matter, what you're trying to say is, I don't care that you think black lives matter. All lives matter. And this is the reality of the situation. There is not a war on all lives. They don't have white men on video camera being mauled by dogs. Now let me ask the question. If there were 3 black police officers holding down a white man and that white man was being mauled by a dog, these white people would have an issue. But the reality of the situation is that's not the case. So when you say that all lives matter, or when you say I can't stand that, so what it is that you're trying to discredit. What you're trying to do is if I say I got raped, what you're saying is shut up. 8 people got raped too. So you're trying to discredit my rape? So that's what happens when people say all lives matter and black lives matter and people say all lives matter. What you're trying to do is you're trying to shut me up and you're trying to discredit my issue and my plight. You know, SoCal, listen, and everybody that's watching, do you know the anxiety that I have when a cop comes up behind me? I have done nothing wrong. I am probably make 10 times as much as they make. But because I am a black man, my heart beats 150 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
You want to know why my heart beats 150 miles an hour? Because guess what? Black lives does not matter to white cops. And so when you say all lives matters, you're speaking about this from a privilege. You've never been in that situation. SoCal, go to jail and be locked up and get raped. And tell me how that feels. You understand what I'm saying? So try to tell the person that's raped in jail that all lives matter. They're not going to hear that because they're thinking about their life. But because you don't understand that, and because you're speaking about it from a very privileged aspect, I take big offense to that.
All lives matter statement. The point is, if there was an equal yoke to how it was happening, no lives matter would ever be even said. It would have never came up.
Yep.
It would have never ever came up if it wasn't a thing. If it wasn't a thing and the numbers were even, then no one would even be saying anything about it.
If the district attorney wasn't racially profiled and pulled over, it wouldn't matter. If the president of the United States of America could be a black man and somebody joke about killing him versus a white man, they joke about killing him. If the reaction was the same, then it would matter. You know how many white celebrities got more popular because they made jokes about killing President Barack Obama? Whereas a white person makes a joke about killing Trump, then all hell breaks loose. Because the reality is all lives does not matter. You want to know why all lives does not matter? The reason why all lives does not matter is because black lives does not matter. So somebody says
I'm a proponent of not trying to make white people understand.
Yeah, you can't make them understand.
Because the main thing is it isn't their situation.
Yeah, because they're agnostic to it. They don't understand it. They cannot understand the amount of fear that comes in my heart and my mind when I see a police officer. I was with a girl. I was with a chick. We were going out on a date. A police officer pulled up behind me. I went through all types of panic and fear. And she's like, oh my gosh. She said, I've never seen anybody have a panic attack because the police officers behind them. You got to remember, this is the same man that got a gun pulled out of him because he was walking up the stairs as a black man. This is real life. This is not TV. So what happens is that as I see this and a cop comes up behind me, ain't no telling what's going to happen. And this is the thing that people don't realize. To be handcuffed, to be put in the back of a police car, to be scrunched up, to be put in a holding cell that's full of feces and full of urine, and you're with 18 other people and you've done absolutely nothing wrong. They're going to let you go after 24 hours, but that is a 24 hours of hell.
Yep.
And that's the thing that people don't realize. Oh, well, you didn't get a felony record, or oh, it was released, but still, you put me through hell in 24 hours.
And there was really no way for you.
But absolutely.
Just because you could.
Wanted to.
And my biggest thing is I don't try to make white people understand anything to do with racism because it, first of all, it isn't their problem.
Exactly.
So it's hard enough trying.
That's like me trying to tell a woman how to deal with PMS.
Yeah, well, for what? Or her trying to explain it to you.
Exactly.
You don't need to explain it to me. I don't got to deal with PMS.
Exactly.
I don't bleed or anything like that.
Exactly.
So fuck your PMS.
Exactly.
It's the
I don't understand cramping. I mean, I can empathize and I can be like, oh, okay, let me rub your face, let me rub your hair, let me massage your feet, but it's not the exact same thing.
It's not the exact same thing. It's like I'm not gonna try to teach this to a group of people who don't have to deal with that. They just I mean, I've been with people who will talk. They can talk shit to the cops.
Yep.
And I get pulled over. The first thing I do, I put my hands on the steering wheel.
Yep.
Right there.
Yep.
And I announce everything I'm gonna do.
Yep. Exactly.
I need you so and so. Okay, so you don't mind me reaching for it? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna use this right hand. I don't have a gun in the vehicle. I'm gonna reach for this thing right here.
Yep.
Reach for it. Hand it to him. Boom.
Exactly.
Simple as that. You don't play with it because these motherfuckers believe like, oh, there's no big deal, but it's way different when you're on the other end of that deal.
Exactly. Let them go through it. Let them feel it. That's how come, like, when people's like SoCal want to make jokes underneath the all lives, Black Lives Matter post that's something that's dear to my heart, I ain't got time for that. Because what it is showing disrespect. So why should I respect him if he disrespects me? Especially because it was something that he decided to do. Because my comment wasn't to him, my comment was to my black brothers and sisters, which has absolutely nothing to do with the fat white guy. And the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because I felt disrespected, and he's still on my YouTube channel right now talking crap to me, saying all lives matter.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, at the end of the day, you ain't gonna like everybody.
Yeah, ain't gonna like.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna.
Well, see, this is the thing. I don't dislike SoCal. I dislike what SoCal did. So let's get that right. Mm-hmm. Because like we talked about, I can like somebody and not like what they do. Like I respect SoCal for what he does for trying to help people. I respect SoCal for what he does with trying to make sure everybody's okay. But I don't like what he did, and I feel disrespected by what he did, and he thinks that it's a joke. And he is on my YouTube, like he was on my Facebook. Not that I was on his Facebook, not that I was on his YouTube. He came here to mine, and y'all know how I am.
Yeah.
I don't bite I don't dance unless I hear music. I don't scratch my head unless it itches. I don't bite my tongue unless I miss the steak. And I got a whole bunch of beef that I can eat before I can beat my tongue.
And that's real deal. Look, we're going to get out of here before we get Dean and some
Because listen, because y'all know
we got Dean on that goddamn sauce. And he going to goddamn get, turn some people new.
That's all I can say. Ace of spades.
That's the reason why this is about a $400 bottle of champagne. This wasn't the fifth glass.
This right here gets you right.
I had one glass.